You're standing on a windswept plain. It's 40,000 BC. The sun is setting. The temperature is dropping fast. There's no jacket, no hoodie, no heated house, no online shopping, no one telling you to dress for the weather. There is only cold. Brutal cold. The kind of cold that bites your skin, stiffens your fingers, and makes every breath feel sharp. And yet, for most of human history, nobody wore clothes. Not shirts, not pants, not shoes, nothing. Which raises a surprisingly strange question. Why did humans start wearing clothes in the first place? Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Clothing wasn't invented because people were embarrassed. Ancient humans didn't wake up one morning and suddenly become modest. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors lived completely naked. And then, at some point, something changed. Something important enough that nearly every human society on Earth eventually adopted clothing. The evidence suggests this story may involve ice ages, parasites, migration, survival, and one of the most uncomfortable insects in human history. And yes, lice may have changed human civilization forever. Let's start with a fact that sounds almost impossible. Humans are weird animals. Most mammals have fur. Bears have fur. Wolves have fur. Chimpanzees have fur. Even our closest relatives today are covered in hair. But we aren't. At some point in our evolutionary history, humans lost most of their body hair. Scientists believe this process began roughly 1 to 2 million years ago, long before modern humans existed, long before cities, long before farming, long before anyone had ever sewn a single stitch. And this creates a mystery. If humans lost their fur, how did they survive? Because fur exists for a reason. It keeps animals warm. It protects skin. It acts like natural clothing. Losing it seems like a terrible idea. Unless it gave us another advantage. Imagine chasing an antelope under the African sun. Not for minutes, for hours. Ancient humans weren't the fastest predators. A cheetah could outrun them. A lion could overpower them. But humans had something unusual. Endurance. We could keep going, and going, and going. While most animals eventually overheated, humans could sweat, lots of sweat. Losing body hair may have transformed humans into long-distance endurance hunters. In other words, we traded fur for cooling, and that decision may have helped us become one of the most successful species on Earth. But it created a new problem. Because Africa is warm, the rest of the world isn't. Scientists discovered something strange. Clothing lice and head lice are different. By studying their DNA, researchers estimated when clothing lice split from head lice. The answer? Roughly 170,000 years ago, which may be one of the strongest clues for when humans started regularly wearing clothing. Think about that. Tiny parasites may be acting as accidental historians. What were the first clothes? Animal hides, fur, grass, plant fibers, possibly even bark. And unlike modern fashion, nobody cared what looked good. Ancient clothing had one job: keep you alive. Protection, migration, social identity, status, tribal belonging, eventually civilization itself. Without clothing, many parts of Earth may have remained inaccessible to humans. So why did ancient humans start wearing clothes? The honest answer is that nobody knows the exact moment. There wasn't a grand invention, no prehistoric fashion designer, no first clothing company, no caveman runway show. Instead, it was probably a slow process. A piece of animal hide here, a cold winter there, a migration into harsher lands, a practical solution repeated thousands of times until it became part of being human. And there's something strangely poetic about that. The clothes hanging in your closet right now, the jacket on your chair, the shoes by your door, may all trace their origins back to a freezing human standing under an ice age sky, desperately trying not to die. Sometimes civilization begins with philosophy, sometimes it begins with survival, and sometimes it begins because someone got cold.